Teaching is one of the noble professions to ever exist in this world. It blooms the intelligence amongst people growing up since kindergarten. As we all know, people often born normal, while some are rooted special. Who are they, the special people? Special people, or renowned as special needs, are people whom require supervision due to their dysfunction, regardless be it psychological, medical, or mental. They must be assisted according to their necessity as different people suffer different complexity. The guidance must be done by a verified psychiatrist, doctor, or counselor in order to ease their errands properly and treat them with full-fledged of empathy. Next, we will look about depression in students among special people. Life is not easy, so are for the special people, especially among students. For special students, they also may face adversity such as depression, for the causes of it are also similar with what normal people would endure. With their disabilities, this is much more harder to overcome as it is also need to be managed with particular knowledge to evade them from deep resentment and pressure. Besides impairment, this complication also occurred as it derived from their negative surroundings that influenced them inferiorly. For instance, the student will exhibit intense emotionless which makes them unmotivated to study. Next, the student will often engulf in boredom which resurface through their action as they are mentally drained from their hectic thoughts. Not only it distracts them from daily learning in school, their mind is also damaged from the intrusive thoughts that came unwelcome, making it harder to concentrate even the slightest bit in the school. Besides emotionless and boredom, they also require bountiful of energy that normal people would have just to understand the topics from their books. Due to forced information, their minds will be hazed in perplexion, pressured them to the core that it trigger mood swings such as sadness and solitude, as depicted in the picture above. For future educators, it is crucial for them to acknowledge the approaches in handling depression among special students. For instance, a teacher may suggesting journaling regarding their feelings, breathing exercises, and wellness of mind and heart in therapy. Moreover, assistance for depression is freely available for special students as it is to prioritize mental health welfare as well as maintaining basic rights for human which is receiving help from others. Just as solutions stated above, a teacher must take the necessary actions in centralizing the students as to induce conducive environment for the students to make them feel safe and sound in their spaces. Special students with depression can also be treated and educated as fairly as the essence is through their hearts. For further elaboration, a teacher must get to know the student's characteristic by heart and sincerely get to know their true colors in order to ease the flow of knowledge in them. With that, it would definitely help them big time as to prepare them for brighter future of excellent successor in their generations. Moving on to ADHD. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or commonly known as ADHD, is a medical condition where it distorting the fixation of their focus, leading to swift and shifty self-control and activities done. Comprised of hyperactivity, inattentive, and combined, it resurfaces in someone as in disorganization. ADHD has been widely addressed by government to provide suitable approaches in equally delivering knowledge and spiking their interests. Low birth weight, maternal drug use, and premature birth are initial contributors to this illness, especially blood genetics, as it is inherited much easily. Other than that, researchers does not support renowned point of views that ADHD is derived of excessive sugar intake, intense exposure to visualizer such as television, and low parenting, as it is only considered as probability of cause. Obviously, out of all including this might worsen the symptoms, but the evidence is not strong enough to conclude that they are the main causes of ADHD to begin with. As an example, an ADHD student will often lose grip of their concentration and daze in hazy thoughts of theirs endlessly, putting a pause on their current work, which leads to brimming unfinished tasks. Then, they would also have the tendency to be visibly distracted once they heard another sound from their surroundings, which instantly dissipating the thought of finishing their current work and gradually engulf in something else like their phone. As you can see, the person is engulfed in his phone. Interrupting others might also get in the way. Getting shifty in doing activities, which resulting in low productivity in daily routine. Overstimulating thoughts or overthinking everything, which makes them always on constant worries and unable to perform well in their work. First and foremost, ADHD can be treated with prescribed medicine by a verified psychiatrist. Next, a teacher may suggest a collaborative work from their parents to ensure the affection and attention is well given to the children to make them feel loved, cared, and seen. Besides active parenting, the government also established Persatuan ADHD Malaysia for ADHD people to get consultation and guidance regarding their illnesses, to get proper medication, and seek help from the organization itself regarding their illnesses. Therefore, it is advisable for special students whom have ADHD to seek proper help in order to open up about their feelings and gradually get to think clearly and rationally regarding their decisions. ADHD students must be personally assisted by their educators to ensure a well-maintained education as well as to ease transformation in form of their knowledge. When the ADHD students are getting help from their educators personally, this will help them to improve in their learning. Thus, it will make them understand their information better in a way they are able to obtain a flying colors result in their education. With consistent supervision, this will help the ADHD students to learn better in their daily learning. Thus, it makes them focus to the educators more and not easily distracted by something else because they are mainly focused in their educators while they are learning. Most importantly, the teachers must always draw attention to themselves to ensure the focus of the students are always on them and not on something else. Regardless the challenges, it is a duty of a teacher to keep the students well educated to become an exemplary successor for the country. Teachers must inhibit enticing teaching styles and tricks to capture their hearts and minds in studying. As displayed in this video, mental difficulties such as depression must be educated intellectually and emotionally to improve the student's academic achievement and social life. Depressed students often stray away from their path due to their internal struggle of ongoing hectic minds and unset thoughts. Their struggles involving their personal affairs, family, and friends, along with their state of surrounding, are the things that drain them to socialize. While studying, they prefer to be alone, as less company equals to peaceful times. Consequently, it had led them to be in complete solitude as a method of theirs to revising in tranquil and recharge themselves. With that said, teachers whose obligation are special needs students must be wise in managing the students' welfare to ensure their remarkable competency as a student as well as a human. Special students' academic and emotional being must be emphasized. Specifically, they are able to share their feelings without the fear of judgments and allowed to let their emotions through. Special students are also human whom require attention as much as normal students does. However, teaching special students change ones to be more caring, emphatic, and heartwarming. It gives a different feeling in a way the teachers themselves are becoming better as both educators and human on daily basis. Evidently, this has been proven true when consulted with teachers whom teaching special students. Apparently, their special disabilities also give special feelings to the teachers. They claim to be more calm and at ease after experiencing teaching sessions with special students. At one point, it's more than just teaching. It's like they are also getting positive revelation from their reflection in teaching special students. Hence, it has eagerly attracted new graduates in education course to teach special students upon graduating their degrees. For learning difficulty student as in ADHD student also must be handled with proper care. Captivating teaching style helps to excite them in learning and gradually maintain focus on one thing at a time. For instance, Q&A session is immensely advisable to be implemented whilst teaching. This helps to stimulate their passion in learning and to regulate their focus for the better. Besides that, this learning session is considered as student-centered due to feedbacks from the students and answers from the teachers. The best part is, it makes the students feel significant in terms of their presence and opinions, which makes them feel more motivated to study, thus excel impeccably. Moreover, ADHD student needs intensive routine of study to shape their focus and allow the knowledge to be received, which is why library is the best option for ADHD student to do revision. Most importantly, ADHD students must be consistently guided by their teachers. This is because the teachers are the beacon to nourish their peace of mind and sense of emotion to outperform their intricacy. In the midst of teaching, the teachers must personally attend to ADHD students to assess their comprehension. Unlike normal students, extra attention and consultation is necessary to be done on each ADHD student for effective learning session. Giving them a room to bloom, this is one of the ways to educate ADHD students for high productivity in their studies. To enhance learning session, students' presentation also can be instilled to let the special students freely express their opinions for engaging classes. On top of that, collaborative work among peers should be encouraged as to flourish amicable relationship and cooperative group resulted in healthy environment for effective study. With that said, teaching special students is highly admirable as the teaching instilled with the purity and genuinity of heart and soul in doing so. Due to the obstacles in teaching special students, the teachers must walk an extra mile in obtaining further information regarding their well-being besides approaches in teaching. This context is similarly related to the saying which is, everyone can say love, but only some can prove it. Because being a special student teacher requires immense patience, effort, and intellect to make them well educated to be the next successor for the generation. Therefore, it is fundamental to emphasize the significance of teaching special students. They also must be prioritized and encourage the new educators to expand their capabilities in this area. By doing so, the new educators will be more civilized, thus evade predicaments such as mistreatment among students, be it intellectually, physically, and emotionally. Realistically, teaching special students may be difficult, but it is worth the hassle and struggle for it improve oneself, thus receive endless blessings from God.